What's up, guys? Welcome back to another MCOC Alliance War, and this is the second war of Season 8. Bringing in Stark Spidey this war instead of Killmonger. Typically I bring Killmonger for the synergy with Void, give him a little bit of regeneration, but I decided to bring Stark Spidey. Going to use him for a couple of fights, so I won't be using Void as much, so don't need as much regeneration from him, though do get close to death in one of the fights with him, so yeah, the regeneration would have helped in that case, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So up first we had the Gambit there, which was pretty much just a diversity node, and here we have Gladiator Hulk, or Hulk Ragnarok, which I actually wasn't expecting him to be here. I didn't scout this fight. I just went in assuming that it was going to be MODOK, and it turned out to be Hulk Ragnarok, which is a bit easier. But yes, it did change my game plan for the fights. See, I got lucky there. I tried to get in there, get a hit and dash back before he countered me, but luckily he threw his first special and the auto evade kicked in, so didn't have to worry about getting hit. But yeah, I was just trying to get that Bane transferred over. So up next, got a lot of stuff out for this one, but I did a lot of scouting. I was trying to figure out who this was, but nothing was popping up. Like it was giving me, like, no one was coming too close. It was like low 90% if you use the what's it called, the Scouter Lens spreadsheet. So I was actually about to go into this fight with Stark Spidey, thinking that it was probably going to be Havoc, but then I remember seeing Havoc pop up as one of the lower options for this fight, so I was like, no, you know what, it can't be Havoc. Let me bring in Void just in case it's Mr. Sinister, because you know, I haven't seen him pop up on the sheets yet. So yeah, so I go in and it turns out to be Mr. Sinister, so very lucky I didn't bring Stark Spidey. Having a little bit of trouble as far as his specials, actually his animations in general. Just, it's been a while since I fought him. Pretty much haven't really fought him since the first week of the event quest. You see I mistimed the L1 there, dashed back too early, but yeah, I believe I finished Uncollected in like one day, and then moved on to Master. So yeah, it's been a really long, well, I shouldn't say really long time, but it's been some time since I fought Mr. Sinister, so it took me a little bit of time to get the timing and everything down. But yeah, the thing about putting him here, which is smart obviously, is that you can't reverse his healing, and then he's going to be healing up more because there's increased healing on this node, and every time you land a crit he regenerates like 70% of that, but I forget what the additional regen is on this node, but you pretty much heal all that back. So up next I have the Kingpin here, and go in with Proxima Midnight, still practicing with her, still waiting for the new event quest to come out so that I can actually get in some really good practice with her. And up first you see I have the parry mission, so trying to get some parries in. Decided to dash back, get some space, because kept missing blocking too early, so wasn't getting the parry. So up to 3, he throws his first special. I believe I end up baiting out one more special. Well, I wasn't trying to bait it out, but he ends up throwing a special there. And then here we go, get this first mission done, and okay, no, I wait for that timer to run off, and then I complete the first mission. but I'm gonna have to trigger dexterity on myself once again before that buff expires, so that I keep the buff instead of losing it. Throw the L1 here. So I really shouldn't have done this yet. I should have let him get to 1 bar power and then bait that out and then throw this special, because he gets stunned. And yeah, I decided to push him to 2 bars of power, which isn't good when fighting Kingpin, just because his L2 does a lot of damage through the blocks. I thought I should have gotten some type of reduction as far as the how much damage that does. So here, throw the 3rd special again here. At this point, I could just be throwing L2s, is actually probably what I should have been doing, instead of dropping the L3. It does take a lot of time, and because I do have that power boost, I see I threw the L1 there, I shouldn't have did that. But yes, with the what was I saying? With the L2, because I have the power boost whenever it crits. For one, it's because I have the buff on the Prowess buff on me. It's doing more damage than normal, 200% more. And then if it crits, I'm pretty much going to be back to 2 or close to 2 bars of power. See, I'm trying to get hoping that he would dash in, because I was trying to do that last mission, even though I really didn't need to. I just needed to get to 2 bars of power and then drop this L2. So you see, when I fire that off, it does do the last 24% health. So yeah, I just need to get that does help me out for future wars. So I know that I just need to get 1 buff put on myself, and then just spam the special 2s, especially if I have that cosmic power boost active. So up next, I scouted this fight and saw there was a Nightcrawler. Got a quick switch there, so always nice when that works out like that. And then I'm just going to build up poise charges. I really don't need to build up too much, just because I am using Stark Spidey. This is not Spider-Man, Nightcrawler. And yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot of damage to take him down. I actually could have dropped the L1 there and then gone into another combo, and then maybe I would have finished it off, but I don't know. I ended up holding off on it. It doesn't matter. I was going to go to Special 2, but I saw that he was getting very low on health. So yeah, just dropped the L1 instead. So here we have Hyperion on the Arc Overload, and I pop an invulnerability boost. I did scout it out, and this was actually who I was expecting to see here when I scouted my path. Most of the time it's Hyperion. If you see a Cosmic here, there are times where it is a King Groot. Those are the 2 that I see here the most. Aside from that, I used to see Medusa on this node when it was a Cosmic, but yeah, so when it comes to Hyperion, you want to get those, or hope to get those, because you have no control over it, but get the Petrify on them early. So I got 1 Petrify on them, and I get hit by the L1 there. Indestructibility boost activates there, which didn't reduce too much damage, because the L1, the beams don't do a whole lot of damage. It's more so the incineration, and because Void is incinerate immune, then I didn't have to worry about that. I do have 2 Petrifies up right now, so I don't have to worry about that power gain, so a bit easier to bait out that special. I'm not panicked as much, though I still do have to make sure I don't get back into the corner, because if he drops that heavy attack, I can evade the first 2 punches, but then I have to go in and hit him before the next 3 land, because I can't evade those last 3 punches. But yeah, once I got Fear the Void active, then he goes down pretty quickly. So this is where things get very interesting. Got a Sabertooth here, who I fight so many times. And I'm going in, not healing up. Get the parry, do a combo. Once I get to 1 bar power, I like for him to throw a special. So I dash back. Okay, so it wasn't this part. Okay, so gets to 1 bar power again. So I think it's right here. So dash back, create some space. He's throwing heavy attacks. Dash back, and yeah. So luckily he only did 2 hits there. So I'm trapped in the corner. I tried to, as soon as I finished blocking that combo, I tried to come in right away, but for whatever reason it was delayed. So I ended up getting, by the time I was able to come in, I ended up getting parried. So dropped the L2, pushed him to 2 bars of power. Got lucky right there. I felt like I dashed back too early on that second part, and I thought for sure I was going to get hit. And I don't know if this person has assassin or not, so I'm like, I'm not sure if my parries are going to fail, so I have to be very careful when I do go for a parry to make sure that it sticks before attacking in. Once again, still backed into the corner, and of course I'm throwing my L1s. Would be nice if I could save them so I can get out of this corner, but I'm trying my best to. I want to get like petrifies on him, get these debuffs on him, get him down as quickly as possible. Back into the corner, I see I have the petrify, so I throw the L1 so that he loses power. And into the corner again. He was about to throw his L1 there as he was going down, and I think I would have been able to survive that through the blocks, but I'm not 100% sure. But yes, we did end up winning this war. So starting off 1-1 so far this season. We have 1 more for week 1, and then yeah, we'll see how the end of week 1 goes. But yeah, anyways guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.